Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're traveling to Australia, a country we've never been to before, and we're making Australian meat pies. Let's go. And here are the ingredients you're gonna need: apple cider vinegar, water, an egg, vegetable shortening and butter, as well as flour and salt. And for the filling, you're gonna need cornstarch, fresh garlic, tomato paste, water, some ground beef, an onion, Worcester sauce, and some beef broth. We are starting off with the dough. I'm adding my butter and my vegetable shortening to the bowl with the flour and salt. And then I'm mixing it. I'm actually super excited for this recipe because, like I said in the opening, this is my very first time showing you an Australian recipe. I am now going to mix my liquids, which is the apple cider vinegar, the water, and my egg. In Australia and New Zealand, a meat pie is a hand-sized pie containing diced or minced meat and gravy, sometimes with onions, mushrooms, or cheese, and is often consumed as a takeaway food or snack. According to a 2003 study, the average Australian eats around 12 meat pies a year and a New Zealander eats 15. When well combined, add this to the bowl with your flour and give it a mix until well combined. Australian meat pies were introduced into the United States in 1994 by Mark Allen when he and his wife Wendy began operations of Pacific Products Inc. in Marietta, Georgia. It was a wholesale-only business selling their pies to chain retailers throughout the United States. This company is no longer in business, but Allen opened an Australian bakery in Marietta. When everything is well combined, take some saran wrap. Place your dough right onto it. Press it down a little bit and wrap it up. And then you want to put that dough in the fridge for about 30 to 60 minutes. Alright, we are now taking care of our filling. I am going to add my beef to a hot pan. If you don't want to use beef, you can go ahead and substitute the ground beef with ground lamb, or you could try half and half. I'm then going to add my onions, as well as my garlic. I'm now going to season my beef with a little bit of pepper. I'm not going to add salt because the broth as well as the Worcester sauce already have enough sodium. I am now going to add my tomato paste and then let that roast for about 2 minutes. Tomato paste contains natural sugar, which will start caramelize when roasting it. That will give the meat pie some slightly sweet flavor. After about those 2 minutes, add your Worcester sauce. Worcester sauce is a fermented liquid condiment invented by pharmacists John Wheely Leah and William Henry Parents in the city of Worcester in Worcestershire. It was invented during the first half of the 19th century. Worcester sauce is used directly as a condiment on steaks, hamburgers, and other finished dishes, and to flavor cocktails such as Bloody Mary and Caesar. It is both used as a background flavor and a source of umami. While this is sizzling, I am going to add my water to the bowl with the starch and give that a mix. And then I'm adding this to my filling. This so-called slurry will help thicken up the gravy. When your meat pies are ready, you're gonna have this flaky crust and then an insane amount of beef or lamb, whatever you're using, and then the gravy just combines everything and makes it into this very juicy, tender, creamy mixture, and it's incredible. You are gonna love this. When your gravy is all nice and thick, set it aside and then take your dough out of the fridge. I'm gonna cut my dough in half, and then I'm using one half to cut out my lids and the other half is for the bottom bottom of the pie. I'm rolling out the first half of my dough, and then I am taking my pie dish and I'm flipping it upside down, and then I'm tracing the outer edges with a knife. That way you have the perfect size for the lid. I got my Australian meat pie dishes on Amazon and they come in a pack of 6, so we're making 6 pies today. When I'm done with that, I'm setting my lids aside and then I'm rolling out the other half of the dough, which will be the bottom of the pie. I'm just gonna roll it out thin, and then I am cutting my dough into 6 pretty equal size pieces. And then I'm taking one piece and I'm transferring it to one of the dishes, and I'm spreading it around in the dish so that every part of the dish is covered by dough. It is best if your dough is overlapping the pie dish a little bit. That way it's easier for you to put the lid on and then close it. When your dough is ready and put in your forms, you want to add your filling. I am putting my dough into all of the 6 pie dishes first. That way it's easier to measure the amount of filling that can go into each pie. When every dish is filled up with the filling, you want to take a little bit of water and then take your finger and wet the edges a little bit and then press the lid on top of it. You can also pinch it a little bit to make sure it's really closed. Preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit, and then take some kitchen scissors and cut a hole in the middle to release the steam while baking. When your oven is nice and hot, put them in there and bake them for about 30 minutes. They should have a really nice golden brown color when you take them out. They're going to be piping hot, so you want to let them cool down a little bit for around 15 to 20 minutes before eating them. In Australia, they use tomato sauce as a dipping sauce to serve it with your meat pies, but you do you. And after about 15 minutes, you're ready to serve. And here they are, my Australian meat pies. If you've liked this video, please smash a huge thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching!